What's good, guys? It's Franalations here with my 2018 Top 10 Sneakers of the Year video. Super excited to bring you guys this list. Anyone who's been watching the channel knows I've been doing this list for 10 years now, uploading every year my top 10 picks. I usually have some runners up. In this case, I do as well. Probably my largest amount of runners up, as well as something that I noticed this year that I haven't really noticed other years. Almost every shoe on the list has like a partner colorway to go with it, so they will be noted, but I'm showing you my top 10 list, and then I'll show you the like runner-up that is like a pairing. So just quick example is the Diamond Dunk did end up on this list. There's 3 colorways. Of the 3, I picked up 2. I have one of the colorways on my top 10, and I have the other colorway as a runner-up. So anyways, let's get into that list right now. Alright guys, first off, we're going to start off with 4 shoes that didn't quite make the cut, but are definitely shoes that I think are noteworthy that I wanted to talk about. Also, there is some shoes missing on this list. There's a couple shoes that I would have loved to pick up but didn't get the opportunity to, so I'll give those quick shout outs as well. The Purple Lobsters would have been high up on my list, as well as the Union Jordan 1s, specifically in the blue colorway. Those are 2 shoes that come to mind that I currently have not picked up, but had I picked them up would definitely be on this list. This list is just showing shoes that I've picked up throughout the year. Anyways, let's get into this first runner-up. This is Nike collaboration with A Cold Wall. Incredibly dope sneaker. Overall, the dad shoe over the past, last year and this year have been trending as a popular shoe, and that definitely fits this look. But this little piece on the back definitely gives it a futuristic look and feel. It looks like some type of energy pack that can make you jump to the sky or something like that. Clean colorway, all white with the burgundy inner liner and the black outsole with the A Cold Wall branding right there and black, and of course you got your swoosh branding on the back. No branding on the tongue, however you get the A Cold Wall hit on the insole. So very, very dope sneaker. It didn't quite make my list, but wanted to mention it as a runner-up. Next up, we have a Jordan 1 on the list. These actually released the same day as a green colorway, which I wasn't super feeling, but purple and black specifically on pretty much any shoe is always going to make it high up on my top picks. This is the Purple Court Jordan 1, super dope colorway, pretty limited too. I actually didn't pick this up throughout the year, however StockX went ahead and sent these out to me, so shout out to StockX. That's the reason why they're in the collection. An amazing sneaker, worn them a bunch, and gonna keep. Next up, we have this year's PlayStation Air Force 1. I really wanted to put it on the list, but this year has just been super dope with sneakers. Couldn't quite make it on the list. It has that jewel-like swoosh, that bubble swoosh on it, which actually has the PlayStation buttons all throughout. It's got the buttons of the PlayStation on the back of this one, as well as the PlayStation logo on the other one. PlayStation buttons on the outsole, just all black upper. One really dope thing about this is this was released at E3. If you guys don't know what E3 is, it's a gaming convention that happens every year in LA. I've been going to it most years since 2005, and it's where you get to see and play the games a year or 2, sometimes 3 years before they're released. So what they actually did was they set up a booth outside of the event, and they had like an AR thing, so it was just people running to the location at a randomly specified time, and people were just going crazy trying to lock down pairs, and luckily I was able to get multiple pairs through this release. I kept one. One of my friends got one, and I actually picked up for a friend, the owner of Sneaker Inc., John Colombo. Shout outs to him. So yeah, so three pairs on that release. I was super happy about it, and yeah, just an all-around dope shoe. And it's always dope to see like multiple hobbies of mine intersecting: gaming, sneakers, and yeah, very happy to have these in the collection. And this is the final runner-up until we get into the whole top 10 list. The acronym Vapor Max. Super dope. I love the neon hit where the laces would be. Just the crazy pattern all throughout. Again, the neon hit. Another feature I really liked about it is the painted AirPods covering up the air and only exposing it in the front. Just all around super dope shoe. Obviously, it's a Vapor Max, so it's really comfortable. And I feel like this shoe is one of the shoes that didn't get too much love, especially like considering resale. Super low on this. I think I picked this up for about retail or under retail on StockX. So yeah, really, really dope shoe. My favorite colorway out of the 3. I didn't pick up any of the other colorways, but yeah, this colorway right here, super dope. Alright guys, number 10 spot is the Dragon Ball Z Adidas collaboration. Like I said with the PlayStation, it's always dope when multiple hobbies of mine can intersect, and I've been collecting sneakers for a large portion of my life, And growing up, anime, manga, all of this stuff was a huge part of my life. And every now and then I still get back into it, but Dragon Ball Z specifically, watched every episode, owned all the VHSs. And one of the cool things about the VHSs is if you collected them, the boxes would have a poster once you link them together, and they carry that same theme over to the sneakers. Although this is the one on my list, I have one more shoe to show you that is kind of like the pairing for it, like what I said before, and I'll be doing this pretty much all throughout my list. So you have the Goku. They did, I think, like 8 colorways. These are really the 2 that stood out to me and the 2 must-haves. I'm also going to quickly feature the boxes to kind of show you how they interlink, much like the VHSs did when I was a kid, so very cool. First off, you have your Dragon Ball Z Adidas branding right here, which is very cool. And then each box has their own like solo photo of the character on it. But if you connect all the boxes from the collection, it starts to make a picture that links together, much like the VHSs did, and I thought that was a really dope thing. Also, I'm guessing now that I'm looking at it, there was not 8 but 7 sneakers, because it has Dragon Balls linked together, and there's 7 Dragon Balls, so it must have been 7 total. Again, the detailing all throughout the packaging and the product itself, very cool. That's why this makes it to number 10 on my list. Next up, one of my favorite shoes of all time. Anyone who's been watching this channel knows already. I was born in February of 1988. That's when the shoe released. I was born on the 23rd. I like to think that that was the date the shoe released, although I'm not sure. Whenever I looked it up, it just says February 88. But yeah, the Black Cement 3, you can't go wrong with it. I picked up 5 pairs this year, as I usually do whenever they retro the shoe, just because it's an instant classic, and you never can have enough pairs of these. Within a year or 2, they start looking a little bit more beat up once you wear them, so got to switch it out for a new, fresh pair, and of course, this year's no exception. That's why this pair, as you can see, is dead stock. I have multiple more dead stock pairs. I had to make it on my list. There's so many other amazing shoes, and I've owned so many pairs of these. I think for me personally, that's why it's a little bit further back. But for any other collector, I could see how this would be their #1 shoe of the year, and so on. Not taking anything away from it, it's just by now this is probably like my 20th pair I've owned, and so it ranks a little bit lower on the list, but I couldn't take it all the way off the list. Now for the pairing shoe that goes with this, something of note is the Katrina Jordan 3. This is a colorway that was previously pretty much not obtainable in most respects, and it's a shoe that, for whatever reason, on the Jordan cards and a lot of the Jordan branding and stuff like that, this shoe would always pop up, and I always found it kind of interesting because it wasn't like it was a normal release, just like a lot of the other shoes were normally on the Jordan branding and advertisements. So it was dope to finally add this to the collection, but again, the #9 spot goes to the Black Cement 3. Alright guys, next up is the Off-White Blazer. Being a Nike SB fan, being a fan of Blazers and SBs for a very long time, it was super dope to see this model get so much love thanks to Virgil's design. Even last year, that shoe's amazing. Special shout out to the Serena Blazer. I don't actually have that, otherwise that would be the shoe presented here. This is the one that I was able to pick up first of all via a raffle at Bait. And then next up, shout out to a homie who hooked it up with this pair of the black Off-White Blazers. Again, although I picked this one, I can see how some people might pick this one, and so I just wanted to showcase both sneakers in this case. Alright guys, for my 7th sneaker of the year, it is the Adidas Pharrell Human Racer. This is the NERD colorway. It's got that NERD logo right here with the NERD branding. Super dope. I was not able to get the ComplexCon exclusive one from the previous year, so shout outs to my BBC family for hooking me up with this pair at retail. Really appreciate you guys for always looking out for me, and dope piece to add to the collection. Another shout out to the BBC, because through them I was able to get this as well. I believe this one was a in-store exclusive for BBC NYC. Another dope colorway. You guys already know how I feel about like purples and stuff like this. This got like purple, pink, super dope shoe. It's got the golden Adidas hit on the back. But again, this is my 7th pick right here, the NERD Human Racer. Alright guys, at number 6 we have the Travis Scott Jordan 4. These are a little bit big for me. These are size 8, but big shout out to the homie. You know who you are. If it wasn't for him, I would not be able to pick up this sneaker. So yeah, one of the best Jordans of the year, hands down. Just crazy colorway. The detailing on it is dope as well. It's got that speckled print on the back, and hopefully we see more colorways from Travis coming soon. I know we've seen 2 other ones. I don't know if they're going to be releasing or not. One's like an olive colorway and others a purple. but this is a great way to kick off this collaboration, which I'm sure is going to be ongoing onto different models and so on. But yeah, the Jordan 4 Travis Scott, number 6 on my list. Before I can get into number 5, I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for supporting this channel over all these years. It's been 10 years of me uploading, and I know there's been gaps in that where sometimes I'll kind of stray away from YouTube and stuff like this, but if you saw my previous announcement video earlier in the week, you'll know that all throughout 2019 I'm going to be uploading consistently. And yeah, again, I just want to thank all of you guys for your support, because without you guys, this shoe wouldn't exist for me to put on my list. At number 5, it's my collaboration with Eladi. An amazing sneaker, made in Italy. Crazy materials on it. We were able to release 2 colorways, tan and black. This tan has a lot of wear to it and has been pretty beat up. I actually jumped in the ocean around my birthday earlier in the year. It was actually the same day I had met Kanye West. We were eating at Nobu, and he's literally sitting right in my viewpoint throughout that whole dinner. And yeah, just a crazy day, crazy experience, and a crazy year. So again, I want to thank you guys, because without your support, this wouldn't have been possible. And to let you know, I will be having another sneaker collab next year, so stay tuned for that one. Again, thank you guys. I can't thank you guys enough. Next up, we have the Off-White Jordan 1 and the Carolina Blue. Amazing colorway. When they dropped the Carolina 1s a couple years back, as far as resale goes, it really didn't do too well, but for me, it was a must. That colorway is just super amazing, especially with, you know, what it means for Jordan brand and everything like that. That being this college colors and everything like that. So an amazing sneaker. I never was able to pick up the Chicago ones, the Off-White Chicago ones, but yeah, it's got the 85 detailing on there, all the Off-White branding, of course the crazy laces and stuff like that. The other shoe I want to give a shout out to, this is actually not my pair. Shout outs to Concepts Dubai for holding me down on this pair. I picked this up for Bay, so this is her pair, but just kind of wanted to show you guys, because again, to some people this might be their pick, whereas this would be my pick. I'm all for the crazy colors and stuff like that. However, one thing of note is I did put the purple laces from that onto the other foot of this one, just to switch it up with my own look. So that's another dope thing about the Off-Whites, is how it comes with that extra set of laces, so you can switch it, and maybe even if, in my case, you collect multiple pairs, you can kind of switch it around. I think that's really cool. And so yeah, the Off-White Jordan 1, my number 4 spot for 2018. Alright guys, so next up at number 3 is the Diamond Dunk. So crazy to be saying that in 2018. In 05, we got the most legendary dunk of all time, arguably, the Diamond Dunk. One of the shoes that really put Nike SB on the map. That and the Pigeon were all around that same time that really helped explode Nike SB. And so it's really dope to get another colorway of these again in the low top, the way we saw it for the very first time. We did get a Diamond Dunk High. I think it was for the 10-year anniversary of the shoe, so in 2015. And so, now we get 3 brand new colorways, yellow, white, and black. These were supposed to release at ComplexCon this year, but because of the craziness and the lines, that did not happen. There was still a launch event after that, I think later on in the week or the following week. I guess the following week, now that I'm thinking about it. And yeah, so luckily I did get an invite to that, where I was able to pick up the black pair and the white pair. However, the white pair was sold out in my size. And when I went to buy this, Nicky Diamonds was there, and he said, go ahead and bring him out a size 6. He asked me for my size. He said, bring him out a size 6 in these. So these were gifted to me by Nicky Diamond, which I super appreciate. This is an amazing sneaker, which is going to stay in my collection forever. And luckily, I was able to have him sign the box and everything like this. So super dope release. I love seeing Nike SB back on the map. 10 years ago, this is why I started my channel, was Nike SB specifically. And so with crazy releases like the Lobsters that happened this year, the Diamond Dunk, and just yesterday I saw Jeff Staple posting that there would be another collab with him and SB for next year. It looks like we're going to keep on getting craziness. Also, shout outs to James Aziri, recently joined back onto the Nike SB team, and he's going to be leading it as far as creative directing goes and stuff like this. So I think we're going to see nothing but greatness next year. I'm super excited for it. Anyways, number 3, the yellow diamond, the canary diamonds. That's number 3 for 2018 on my list. Next up, we have this year's colorway of the Yeezy 700. Can't mention this shoe without at least giving a shout out to the Yeezy 500. Also a super dope sneaker. Picked it up in 3 colorways this year. Actually ended up selling the black one and keeping the yellow and this tan one. Amazing sneaker. I got a lot of wear out of it. However, I just really think that the Yeezy 700 is one of the best Yeezy silhouettes of all time. and maybe even one of the best sneakers of all time. So really want to focus on this shoe more so than the other. Just the crazy colors, the materials, the detail on the midsole, everything like this. Anyone who knows how I feel about sneakers, it's always when you can see crazy materials, crazy colors combined together, and almost every portion of this shoe is either a different color or a different material, and swaps and layers. You can see under the suede, the reflective and stuff like this. Super dope design, and I don't think it gets enough credit. You can actually pick these up on StockX for under retail right now, which is just insane to me. And yeah, I mean, that's good for the buyer, of course. And so yeah, definitely recommend picking this up. This is my number 2 sneaker of the year for 2018, the Yeezy 700. Alright guys, for number 1, of course, it's going to be the Sean 97-1. So I was fortunate enough to help on that project. I was in the room during the creation of this product right here, and to see that whole story over these past few years of him first being invited to be a part of this, then the voting process, then all of the athletes and stars and everyone who's worn it, and then of course the launch earlier this year, the official launch. There was an early launch at the end of last year, but officially the mass release product released this year. And so super dope sneaker. Amazing sneaker, my number 1 shoe, and just again thanks Sean for allowing me the opportunity to not only be a part of this process, but even went as far as adding little details like Santa Boy's patch on my pair, as well as this is actually the bag I use for travel. This 97-1 inspired Nike bag with my name right there on it in purple. So yeah, very dope experience. Also, something I wanted to touch on real quick as I'm on the topic of 2018. Also, as you saw from my announcement video, really sad to say that I've stepped away officially. It's been a week now, I think, to the day, since I've stepped away from Sound Boys. There's a lot of dope projects that we did this year. These being a couple of them, the BBCs, and we had a bunch of dope projects for next year, one of which was a recreation of this shoe with Sean on the Sound Boys silhouette, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case. And so yeah, just big shout outs to Sound Boys, because as you know, that it's still something that I helped create. So even though I'm not going to be with them anymore, just something that I'm always going to, you know, be a part of in some way. So anyways guys, thanks for watching. Sorry to end on a sad note, but on a brighter note, 2019, I'm going to have a lot more videos for you guys, which I'm super excited for. Going to be launching and starting up my own brand. It's going to be clothing, shirts, hoodies, sweatpants. That's what I'm starting with. So look forward to 2019. It's going to be amazing. And again, I'll have another top 10 video for you guys at the end of next year. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.